We'll start off with that promised car that we had showed you a glimpse of last week, the 1 litre version of the Renault Kwid. It's got some great pricing because, the expectation was that the price difference between the 800cc and the 1 litre would be about 30 or 40,000 rupees, but Renault has surprised us with a 22,000 rupee price difference, which means it's good value still. How does the car drive? Here is the detailed review. The benchmark entry-level car and the reigning 2016 NDTV Car of the Year now gets better with a 1 litre offering. The Kwid's existing 0.8 litre engine has been reworked by expanding its bore and stroke to produce more capacity and indeed an extra 200cc. The power bumps up to 67 bhp and the torque is an impressive 91 Nm. And hold on to that torque figure, folks. Peak torque comes in at 91 Nm, and instantly within the first few minutes of driving you start to get a sense of how much quicker some of that torque is getting delivered to you. What I mean by that is that even though peak torque itself kicks in, all 91 Nm of it, at 4250 RPM, even lower down the rev scale you still get a sense of a little more low-end torque now. You get that nice maneuverability and drivability in really intense city traffic as a result of that without having to change gears too often. And literally, this is coming off the first few minutes of driving this car, which is clearly an advantage over the 800cc version. I have to compliment Renault. It could very easily have chased the best-in-class mileage tag and erred on power or drivability. But even as the Alto K10 retains that segment best mileage crown at 24.07 kilometers per litre, the Kwid 1 litre still manages a very healthy 23.01 kilometers per litre. The car's handling and ride quality is exactly the same as the Kwid we know, hence a big USP. It also maintains its 180mm ground clearance, another big plus. Gear changes are smooth and quick, and there is minimal vibration still on the gear lever and steering, again something the competition cars see a lot more of. Now, since functionally and from a design perspective nothing's really changing on this car, it is just that new engine option. The good part about that is that all those things that you liked about the Kwid to begin with are still very much here. So you get the nice high ground clearance, you've got, despite that, still the good handling and a nice ride quality as well. So those boxes are still firmly ticked. The car's engine is undoubtedly a 3-cylinder given away by its wheezy, whistly note, but overall NVH levels do seem to have improved. Thanks to the timing chain, clutch and engine mounts being reworked, making the car seem slightly quieter than the 800cc Kwid. And the good news is that those changes will be incorporated on the 0.8 litre variant too now. There is no gimmick with this variant. Typically, car makers tend to bundle a new engine offering with a bunch of other premium or luxury features. Renault hasn't done anything of the sort. So the 1 litre variant on the Renault Kwid is finally here. We've talked about it, there's been lots of anticipation, and it takes on the 1 litre variants of the Eon and of course the best-selling Alto K10 as well. Now when you look at the car, it looks exactly like the regular Kwid, so Renault hasn't really taken much of an or made an effort to make the car look drastically different. That could be a good thing in a way. For now, you're getting a little bit of a signature, which is this contrast mirror, and of course the badging along the side here, this huge stickering with the 1.0 badging there, and so that's the only thing that tells you that this is a different variant. It would have been nice possibly if Renault had maybe given us a signature color as well, which could have, for starters, only been available on the 1 litre, but nothing like that. The magic is under the hood here, and it is a new engine, the 1 litre, and what you get with that is a lot of ample torque. The overall peak torque is 91 Nm, kicks in really high at 40 to 50 RPM, but a lot of it is available early on, and so the low end torque, especially when you're driving in city traffic, well, that's the one good big takeaway with this car that will certainly grab a lot of people. Peak power, or the max power on this car, comes in at 67 bhp. And that explains why the difference in prices of the new 1 litre variants is just 20,000 rupees over the same trims on the 800cc variants. The price difference between the Alto 800 and the Alto K10 is twice that, at about 40,000 rupees. To my mind, the 1 litre will not just compete with the Eon 1 litre or that Alto K10, but it will also eat further into the Maruti Suzuki's Wagon R. Let's not forget the Kwid also has a 300-litre boot, besides the bulkier SUV-esque design and greater cabin space. In fact, on attribute like space and ride quality, it will also likely give the Maruti Suzuki Celerio a run for its money, especially when the Kwid Auto or AMT arrives. And yes, we can confirm that should happen in about 2 months' time.